For every fan of the summer I turned pretty, the explosion we were all bracing for has finally happened. Conrad put his heart on the line and told Belly he still loves her. And while Belly shut him down in the moment, her inner thoughts and immediate tears told a completely different story, one that suggests this love triangle is far from over. We have some key ideas about how Belly and Conrad could find their way back to each other soon. So let's dive right in and break down what's coming in episode 8, using the clues from that intense final scene in episode 7. First, we have to talk about Belly's state of mind, because she is the center of this storm. All through the previous episode, Conrad was her rock, stepping up in ways that Jeremiah didn't. And you could see on her face that she was noticing every single supportive gesture. The final straw was learning that Conrad was the one who got Laurel to show up, proving he knows her better than anyone. Her confession to Taylor about dreaming of Conrad wasn't just a sweet memory. It was a heartbreaking admission that her subconscious has never let him go. After that emotional roller coaster, the beach scene with Conrad was destined to be a mess for everyone involved. Honestly, when Conrad laid his feelings bare, a part of me expected Belly to just crumble and admit she felt the same. But she put up a wall, reminding herself of her commitment to Jeremiah. Yet the second she walked away, that wall came down and she sobbed, telling us everything she couldn't say to his face. There is no way Belly moves on from that conversation unchanged. Things are about to get incredibly messy for her. So what's going on in Conrad's head? Let's look at his side. As someone who has always rooted for Conrad and Belly, even I have to admit it wasn't a perfect move. But we have to look at his motivation. The constant proximity to Belly all summer definitely reignited those old feelings. They fell back into their easy rhythm doing all the wedding errands together. But the real trigger for Conrad was discovering Jeremiah's infidelity. Conrad couldn't stand the thought of Belly being played for a fool. His instinct, as always, was to protect her from getting hurt and from marrying someone who could betray her so easily. When Belly insisted she still loved Jeremiah anyway, Conrad was pushed to his breaking point. His only remaining option was to offer her the truth of his own heart. In his mind, he is the one who can offer her a love that is steady and true. He reminded her that he never strayed, that he always prioritized her happiness. And he's convinced Jeremiah doesn't truly see her. That's why I am certain that even with Belly's rejection, Conrad won't give up. He'll fight to stop her from making a choice he believes will lead to her misery. Now, what about the fragile bond between the brothers? We saw earlier this season the deep-seated jealousy Jeremiah has for Conrad. And episode 7 proved that those feelings haven't faded at all. When Jeremiah announced the engagement to Conrad, there was a clear note of triumph in his voice, like he'd finally won the ultimate prize. He was intentionally twisting the knife. But Conrad, in typical fashion, buried his own pain to keep the peace. However, the moment he learned Jeremiah cheated on Belly, you could see the mask slip. He was ready to fight him right then and there. It was only Jeremiah's drunken state that stopped him. So, can Conrad ever truly forgive Jeremiah for hurting Belly like that? And how could Jeremiah possibly forgive Conrad for confessing his love for his fiancée? I don't see a happy resolution here. These two are on a collision course, and I think their relationship is about to be shattered for good. Before we get to the episode 8 predictions, let's quickly touch on Taylor. Her evolution this season has been fascinating. In a strange way, she's become a mirror image of Conrad. Just as Conrad stepped aside to let Belly be happy with Jeremiah, Taylor is watching Stephen with Denise, burying her own feelings for his sake. It's a truly admirable, if painful, position to be in, and we know Stephen sees it. Even though he's caught up in this new romance, Taylor's selfless actions are keeping her firmly in his thoughts. Plus, with Lucinda actively trying to push them back together, the stage is set for a reunion. Honestly, Stephen is a great guy who would likely be happy with either girl. It's either girl. My only hope for this storyline is that whoever he doesn't choose isn't left completely devastated. Okay, let's get to the main event. What is going to happen in episode 8? I believe Conrad, knowing a face-to-face talk will be rejected again, is going to take a different approach. He's going to write Belly a letter. He'll pour out everything he couldn't say on the beach, reminding her of their history and his unwavering love. He'll leave it for her somewhere safe, somewhere personal at the summer house. Summer house. Meanwhile, Belly will be trying to push forward with Jeremiah, but her heart won't be in it. She'll be distant and quiet, and Jeremiah will absolutely notice. He'll assume her mood is lingering fallout from his cheating confession, making him try even harder to win her back. But his efforts will feel suffocating to her. And here is the twist. I predict Jeremiah will find Conrad's letter before Belly does. In a fit of suspicion and jealousy, he'll look for something and stumble upon it. This will be the spark that ignites the firestorm. We'll see Jeremiah, letter in hand, confronting Conrad. He won't ask if Conrad still loves Belly. He'll accuse him of actively trying to ruin his life. But this time, I don't think Conrad will back down. He'll admit he wrote the letter because Belly deserves to know the whole truth before she makes a lifelong commitment. He'll stand his ground, arguing that true love doesn't try to hide things. And just as the argument reaches its peak, Belly will walk in. She'll see the fury on Jeremiah's face and the letter in his hand, and she'll understand everything in an instant. The episode will end right there, with Belly trapped between the two brothers, finally forced to make a choice with everyone's cards on the table. What do you think will happen? Let me know your theories in the comments. And while you're there, you can check out this other video on our channel.